Okay, here we go. All right. Again, my name is Susie Faltz, and I want to thank everyone for joining us on the call this evening. Tonight, you're going to hear some amazing testimonies, and we just want you to sit back, relax, and just enjoy what you're going to hear. Okay? Thank you so much. So the first testimony we're going to hear is coming from my hometown. Um, we're going to stay in Virginia, and we're going to go to Rose Williams. Rose, if you can come on and share your testimony of what Lifeway has done for you. Before you tell us what Lifeway did, excuse me, tell us what you did or what's happening with you before you started X39, and tell us how this wellness technology helped you with your support of your health and wellness. Okay, thank you. You
Good
can
evening, everyone.
unmute. Okay, you go.
All right, you can hear me?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rosie Williams. I live in Virginia, as she has stated. Um, I am a one patch wonder. I had a shoulder injury. I thought I had a torn rotator cuff from January 21 till Susie came and patched me in November of 23. So that was 2 years. I was dealing with excruciating pain, no cortisone shots, no physical therapy, nothing was working. And Susie came and put the patch on my right elbow, right above my right elbow in November 23rd. I'll never forget that day. Around 11:30 that afternoon. And we were just sitting and chit-chatting. And at about 1 o'clock, I did something not thinking. I reached behind me to unplug my charger from the wall, which would have sent me doubled over in pain. And I had no pain. Now, when I say no pain, it wasn't lessened. It was no pain. I reached above my head with my arm for the first time in 2 years. And I sat there and cried. I don't know how long. But that made a believer out of me. Now, after that, I stopped wearing the patch for about 2 months, just to see was the pain going to come back. Because, you take medication, you stop taking the medication, and the symptoms come back. So it didn't. So now I just wear the patches now because I know it's doing something. I turned 60 last year. I don't believe I look like I'm 60. That collagen works. But I will say the only side effect I had from that patch was, as she said, drink lots of water, because when I first started, the detox, which is not a bad side effect, but I didn't realize I was FOS. Some of y'all will get that later. But but fast forward, I've had no issues. I used to take 13 different medications. I'm only on 2 now. I can't say it was the patch, but I can't say it's not, because it was after I started wearing these patches. So thank you for your time.
Wow. Thank you, Rose. I just love hearing your testimony. Thank you so much for sharing. You have been a blessing to us. I know you like to talk and share about the X39 with all who come in contact with you. So this is what we do. We just share the opportunity with other people and let them experience what we experience, even though we may experience different times because everybody's body's different. But with long-term use, you're gonna see tremendous results. So thank you again, Ms. Rose, for sharing. And I want to just say here again, Lifeway makes no claim to treat, cure, diagnose, or even prevent any sickness or diseases. These are the testimony of the individual themselves who thought it not robbery to share what the X39 has done for them. So again, thank you, Ms. Rose. I greatly appreciate you for saying yes to your health and your wellness. Thank you so much. So now we're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna go to Georgia. And I want to bring on Miss Felicia Morris and let her tell her testimony of what she was experiencing before Lifeway came into her life, and how this technology has supported her health and wellness. Miss
Hey,
Felicia,
Susie.
hey, how you doing?
Hey, thank you for the invitation to share. I always look forward to the opportunity to sharing with people about this, because I am someone who has lived my entire adult life, like just out there, like, workaholic by the time I was 15 and ran, and was successful. And then at 37, I had a serious setback in my health because I had run a little too hard. And the result of that was just, I was tired all the time. I mean, I couldn't drive 30 minutes without having to stop and sometimes sleep for 5 or 10 minutes before I could go on. I only live 3 hours from Augusta, but it would take me 4.5 to 5 hours to get there because I'd have to stop so many times. Anyway, I was experiencing a lot of pain, a lot of joint pain, and I was about to go do a, somewhere between $10,000 and $12,000 in stem cell injections. And my friend Juanita, and she said, before you do that, you need to talk to me. And so she was the first person I called when I got off that plane after a trip where I could barely walk when I got back. And I was like, okay, that's it. I'm doing something. She said, this wakes up your stem cells. And I was like, okay, I'm listening, because that whole idea of the shots, and like I wanted to have a camera wherever they were coming from, and then I wanted that camera to follow them all the way to the office. I wanted to know what is that. Anyway, so she told me all about it, and then I held my breath and said, "Oof, how much is this going to cost me?" And she said, "Well, about 115 bucks a month." And I was like, "Where are you? I've got to come right now." And I had patches. I started that night, and I was not a one patch wonder. It wasn't until, let's see, on the third day I noticed, wow, there was something really different about my sleep. When I woke up, I felt rested. I was like, that's really wild. And on the fifth day,
Wow.
I woke up and it was like the light bulb had gone off. It was like, this is what it feels like to be awake, that like I had not experienced in over 20 years. And I had done a lot. Susie, I did a lot of stuff for that 20 years. I changed my diet. I just did all kinds of stuff. And 5 days, and the mental clarity, the ability to speak again clearly came back. Miracle. The pain levels within 10 days, my pain levels went from an everyday experience of what I would call 4 to 6, dropped down to a 0 to 2. It just unbelievable. So I've been on them for 2 years now, and it has made such a difference in my life, my finances, because I'm able to work again, and with so many people that I've shared it with. I just can't. I really can't express to people what it makes available. And sometimes it takes more than a day. Sometimes it takes more than a month. But I'm very clear that it's a miracle. It's such a breakthrough in technology. And I just want to run around the world and put patches on everybody. So thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, Miss Felicia. I really appreciate your testimony because when I saw you, I'm like, we have to share your testimony. And again, Rose, I thank you as well. But Felicia, don't you think we have an obligation to do this? We're obligated to do
I
it.
had retired. I'd retired 2 years before, 2 or 3 years before this came along. And then it was like, well, I guess I'm back to work because God's not going to let me sit on top of this and not go out there and share this with people. And it's such a blessing to share with people. Nothing better than when somebody calls you back and says, you know, I got, I have friends that got their husband back. I've had people that have heart conditions that have like are living full lives again and playing with their children and back to work. And it just, Susie, there are a few things in my life that have made a significant impact in my life. And this is absolutely one of them. So,
Wow.
um, you know, I don't, I fear like, well, if I'm too excited about it, people will go like, that sounds too good to be true. Well, okay, well, whatever, but give it a shot. And hey, I tell my friends, well, if you don't think it's for you, there's somebody that is waiting. They're looking for you to let them know that this technology and this breakthrough has been invented.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you again so much for
You're
sharing
welcome.
your testimony with us. Uh, like I said, those our guests that was on tonight, we wanted to share this amazing technology with you because it will change your life. You just have to give it a try. Um, but we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going.
Okay.
So again, let's see. Thank you. Thank you so much. So
Welcome.
let's go. We're gonna go up north. And I want to bring on someone who I believe that has another awesome testimony. Not I know she has an awesome testimony. So let's go up north and let's go to Michigan. And let's bring in Miss Doris Haskin. Miss Doris, can you come on and share your LifeWay journey and let us know what was your life was about
You done?
when
Sure. I'm done too.
before you started using the X39 and tell us how you're doing today.
Got eight? Yeah, so you got 30 minutes.
And let's see, let me do one
I, it's Mocha.
second. There we go. Miss Doris, are you on? Okay, let's see. All right. Mr. Lee, can you send Miss Doris this link, please? I don't know, she may be having trouble getting on. If you don't mind, please.
Okay, I will.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty, so let's keep it going. And we're gonna go to, let's see. Hmm, okay, I don't see her on. I don't see her on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask if we have any other brand partners on the line who would love to come on and share their testimony of what they was experienced before they got to LifeWave and share with us what they're experiencing now that they have are using LifeWave. Any brand partner that's on the line that wants to come and share their testimony, you're welcome at this time to come on and share.
Hi, Susie. It's Kisa from Georgia. How are you?
Hello, Miss Kisa. How you doing? How are you, beautiful? I can't hear you. You got muted. Hold on. Unmute your line, Kisa. Unmute your line. There we
Here I am.
go.
Here I
There we
am.
go. Here we go.
All right.
Okay.
I was
Thank you.
and so I might be a little messy, but that's okay. I have an amazing testimony to share for my husband. So I'll share mine real quick, which is that I was a one patch wonder, just like the first lady who shared. I couldn't use my shoulder for 6 months. And Mr. Lee came over my house, put the patch on me. And before he left my house, I was able to move my arm in every single direction. I couldn't vacuum. I couldn't drive. The doctors were talking about doing surgery, and I didn't have to do any of that once I put the patch on. And they were talking about having a rotator cuff surgery, and I already had one on my right shoulder, so I definitely didn't want to do it again on my left shoulder. So I'm so thankful and grateful for that. I have had so many results that it's like 16, and I'm not going to tell you all of them tonight, but I do want to tell this testimony about my husband. So when I got on the patch, I started seeing so many results. I'm like, honey, look at my hair. I'm sleeping good. Look at this. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. And my husband's like, well, I don't feel anything. I don't see anything. And I said, honey, just keep using the patch. Keep using the patch. Keep using it. And so, oh my gosh, my husband, so we've been using the patch. I guess it's 2 years now. Lee, is it two? Might be 2 years now. And
Yes.
okay, 2 years now. So my husband, he went to the eye doctor this month in January, and the doctor told him. So first of all, let me tell you, my husband had a detached retina in one of his eyes, and so usually when you have a detached retina, you usually will the other one will also eventually. And so the gel, now I can't remember, I'm not technical, I'm not medical, so I just know that there's a gel that holds your eye together. And when you have a detached retina, it's the gel or the liquid, whichever one, it either moves away or it moves closer to the eye. Whichever it was the opposite. The doctor said that his eye looked really, he didn't have to worry about that, and that he doesn't have to be seen every year. Now he can be seen once a year. So that's 2 years being on the patch, with him thinking that, he wasn't really seeing that many results. I mean, and also let me say, so we started using the patch, I think it was in August. And by August, September, so by Thanksgiving, I had COVID. And so I couldn't drive home because my husband usually doesn't drive at night. And so I said, honey, I can't drive home. So you're going to have to, drive. And so he got in the car to drive home. And this was the first year. And he said, oh my God, my night vision has improved. He was like, it's clear as the day. So I was like, babe, I told you it was working. But besides that, he hadn't really noticed anything else besides that. And so what I love about the patch is that the area where you need it the most, that's the area that it's going to go and work for you. And so what it did for him is it worked on his eyes. So I'm thankful to the Lord that Lee introduced me to the patch. It's been an amazing journey. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, Keisha, that is awesome for you and your husband. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And like I say, again, I'm gonna put it out there. Lifeway makes no claim to cure, treat, heal, or diagnose any sickness or diseases. These are the personal testimony of each individual who wanted to come on and share of how this wellness technology has supported their health and their wealth. So, I don't know. Again, Keisha, thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. I don't know. We have our other test speaker for tonight.
I would like to share my
Oh
testimony.
yes, oh yes, without a doubt, Mr. Lee.
Well,
Have it.
good evening, everybody. My name is Lee Malloy. I'm from the Atlanta area. And when I first learned about the patches, I had no belief in it, didn't know anything about patches. To be quite honest with you, didn't know anything about stem cells, period. Nobody, no doctor had ever told me that by the time I was 30 years of age, I'd lost half of my stem cells. I did know that I was dealing with osteoarthritis in my right shoulder. And when I got the call about the patch, the only reason I tried it was because the young lady says, if you will meet me, I will give you some patches. And I met her reluctantly and had no idea, so she patched me. She says, now the only thing you got to do is drink water. She said, you'll wear this patch for 12 hours. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Well, the first day that I used the patch, I slept through the night. I couldn't give the patch that credit. I thought I just had a great night. But then the second night, I had a good night. And the third night, I had a good night. So I called her back because I wanted to know how I could get the patches. And she informed me, and I got the patches. I've been using these patches now. Next month will be 3 years. But the thing that really impressed me the most was what it did for me, but what it did for my family. I had a sister that had that had rheumatoid arthritis in her hands to the point she couldn't hold a mobile phone. And her first night of wearing the patch, the following morning, she could hold that phone. She could make herself a little breakfast. And she called me and she says, "You don't have to worry. This is amazing." And so, if I was one that could sing, my story would be I said I wouldn't tell nobody, but I couldn't keep it to myself. And I think that any of us that has gotten amazing results from these patches, we owe it to ourselves and to others to be of help if we can. And we know that we have something that works. Nothing goes into the bloodstream, nothing goes into the body. It's just the magic of the light from the X39. And again, X39 makes no claims to heal, cure, or to treat. But as you heard tonight, results are remarkable. And so I will sing this everywhere I go and to anybody that will listen to me. Susie, I thank you for the time.
And thank you, Mr. Lee. And I want to say thank you so much for sharing the opportunity with me and my husband. And again, like I said, we have gotten great results. How this X39, this has supported our health with blood pressure, with discomfort, with vision, better vision, and oh, better night's sleep, and increased energy. So again, we're going to continue to share this opportunity with so many people all around the world. We're getting the word out there. So again, thank you so much. Now, if there are any other brand partners on the line who wants to share their testimony, please unmute yourself and come on and share.
Hi, Susie. This is Dana. I would like to share a
Thank
recent
you, Ms. Dana.
testimony.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm gonna show my face.
There we
Hi,
go.
everybody.
There you go.
Look, a while back, some years back, I was having problems with my arm, with my right arm, around the rotator cuff, and my doctor sent me to orthopedic. He said, "Well, you used to work in the shipyard. It must be arthritis." He didn't say it was. But anyway, so he said, "If you have any pain, just go ahead and take like Tylenol or whatever." Okay, so the pain went away for a long time. So when I joined the gym, we do a lot of chair exercise, and mostly for the seniors, we just sit in the chair. We use our arms a lot, and so with the weights and the bands. So and then I had a trainer, and we was doing a lot of training with my arms, pulling up on stuff and doing the ropes and all like that. So the condition seemed like it came back and it got worse. So I couldn't even raise my arm. And in church, if I wanted to raise my hands, I had to take my left arm and raise my right arm up. But then I had to hold it to bring it down because it would hurt. I couldn't even reach out for anything and come back with it because it would hurt so bad. So even when I would change my clothes and putting stuff on my head, I had started laying uh, face down on the bed to put my arms in my clothes and bring it back because I couldn't raise the arm. So I started using the patches. And I don't know whether I put them in the right place or not because I kept mashing to see what feel where the pain was. And so it seemed like one time I felt like it was going away, but it didn't. So I kept mashing it. So I started putting them in different places on my arm. I thought it was a rotator cuff, but I don't think it was that because it wasn't up that high to my shoulder. So I think it was my biceps. That's what the people at the gym was saying. So I moved the patches around. And so I noticed the other day when I went to put something on my head, I could raise my arm. And in church today, I could raise my arm. So now I can raise this arm just like this. And I mean, really, I was in pain to raise this arm up like this. And then I would always have to bring it back down, bring it over this way, and lower it down. So I guess now I found the right place to put the patches on my arm. So I don't have any problems with it now. But I'm still going to go back to when I go to my doctor, I'm going to let her to send me back to the orthopedic. I hope it won't be the same doctor, orthopedic doctor, because I didn't like him. But anyway, because I wanted the X-ray because I didn't want something that was really happening bad to me. Then I had to walk around with my arm in a sling for the rest of my life. But anyway, so I know it has to be the patches and nothing else was working. I don't take any pain pills. anything like that. But to raise my arm like this, to me, it's truly a miracle. When I go to the gym now, my trainer, we don't do any arm exercises because of this arm. So we just do leg exercises with him. So anyway, I can't wait till I go back to the gym on Wednesday to show him, but I'm not going to do the exercise. I just want to show him that the arm is better. And also, I was in my bedroom the other day, and my foot got caught under the carpet, under the not the wall carpet, but the little carpet on the floor, and I tripped and I fell. I didn't know I had really bruised my leg at all, so I had on a nightgown, and my son asked me because it's the lower part of my leg. He said, "What is that on your leg, Ma?" And I looked down. It was a big blue and black bruises on my leg, and so I was just rubbing some stuff on it, and then someone put a patch on it. I put a patch on it, but I wasn't in pain. I put a patch on it, and I looked at it about 3 days later, and it was clearing up. It was actually clearing up, and I was really surprised. And I got a patch on it now. I should have took a picture before and after picture, but I wasn't thinking it was looking real bad. And so it's clearing up. And so the testimony about my heart, it that's amazing. I know they said it in 6 months, your heart reversing age. I used to have real bad heart palpitations and some of everything the doctor was trying to tell me, but that has gotten better. I don't have them like I used to have them at all. Matter of fact, the last time I went to the doctor, they said we don't have to see you, but sometime next year, which would be this May coming up, would be my cardiologist. I see him in February. Hadn't seen it since last February, and with the doctors at in Richmond Hospital in Richmond, I see them this coming May, and I believe I'm gonna have a better report than what I had last time. I had a good one last time, and I thank God I probably won't have to see them to another year. So the patches, they do work. Like the lady said, some of us could be a one patch wonder, and sometimes they take a little while long for the patch to work, but just keep on using the patches, and they will work. But you have to use the patch in order to know that they will work. And drink water, quality water.
Wow.
Thank
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 you,
you,
Miss
Miss
Dana.
Susie.
That was a new testimony. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Wow. I'm so excited, y'all. I really am. I'm so excited. We just have to keep sharing this awesome, 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 awesome technology. So, well, to all of our guests, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope something was said, something that you heard that kind of like, okay, we need to give this a try. So get back with the person who invited you on the call tonight and let them direct you how you can get your hands on these patches here. So again, I want to thank all our guests and thank you, brand partners, for coming on and sharing as well. You are doing amazing things with this company, and I pray that you continue to spread the word, keep being the light. So, Mr. Lee, if you want to close us out tonight, you can have the floor and do that, sir.
Just would like to say to everybody on the call, we honestly appreciate the privilege of your time. As we said earlier, you could have been any place tonight, but you chose to be here where you could be fed, where the soul could be fed, where you could hear things that was enlightening as it relates to your health. And so with that, we just say to you again, we thank you. We look forward to the first Sunday where we will just have testimonies only. And each third Sunday, we do this zone. So um, invite people out so that they can hear as we've heard. And as I said before, if I could sing, my song would be, I said I wasn't going to tell nobody, but I couldn't keep it to myself. So I shout from the mountaintops. And that, you guys have a truly, truly blessed evening. Susie, we certainly thank you for being such an excellent host, a wonderful host. And, every now and then, sometimes when we're doing things, we get a little mixed up in it. The adversary kind of try to hold us back, but we got it done. You did an awesome job. We thank you so very much. And we'll say with that in closing, good night, everybody. Hope everybody was well fed. Good night. Enjoy your holiday.
Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all our testimonies.
Good night,
Thank you.
everybody.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.